Hello and welcome back to Daily Weekly Builds. Now, as you can see in front of me, I have the brand new set for 2024 for Jurassic World, the Dinosaur Fossils T-Rex Skull. Now, a few people have commented on this. The way that title is worded seems like it could be a series of, this could be the first in the series of dinosaur skulls, but LEGO have also used that wording before and it's just been a one-off. So I guess it could depend on how well this set does, but I'm just in love with it. Looking at it, as soon as I saw it revealed, I was like, yes, must buy. And I bought it just yesterday, in fact, as you probably saw on a video on the channel. And I paid $34.99 for it from the LEGO store. So that's pretty nice. And on the back of the box, it showed you a larger close-up of the skull. A T-Rex from the films. A real T-Rex, or, well, a potential like a render of a T-Rex skull. I don't know if that is a real one or just a made-up picture of what it should look like. And then, of course, the model there as well, showing you the size. 8 inches tall, 21 centimeters tall. And just looking at it, I think this is going to be quite an involved build, actually. So let's open up and see what we got inside the box. Okay, so let's open it up. Let's ignore the thumb tabs because I don't like to do my boxes that way. This way is so much better. There we go, just slide it through. Ta-da! Wow, look at that. All those parts, the same sort of colour. Oh, at least the bags are numbered, though. I appreciate that. And we got one sticker in this set, which is for the plaque. Too bad it wasn't printed. That would have been much nicer. And I've seen some people, they're not happy that it's Jurassic World branding. They would have preferred Jurassic Park. And I would agree. I think the wording Jurassic Park is more iconic. But then I guess, in universe, Jurassic World has been around a bit longer and it's more successful and things. So I can see why they went for that one. Oh, look at that. There are a few bright coloured parts in there. I guess that helps assemble it. You know how LEGO like to do that. Look at that. It's the tan and dark tan parts pack, isn't it? And we've got these two larger parts here, which are part of the little display stand to hold up the skull. So that's interesting. And just one instruction booklet and nothing else in the box. And it's a reasonably thick one of the kind of more premium booklets they do when they're a bit thicker. It's kind of bound on there, so that's good. Yeah. All right. So how many bags do we have? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 bags in total. Let's see, what's the first thing we're building? Oh, well, this is nice. So you got more pictures, 46 bones in the real skull, and then 382 bricks in the LEGO skull. How about that? Alan Grant there. Scanning a QR code. Not sure what that QR code's for. Probably digital instructions or something. And of course the famous mosquito. Some scenes from the films. And here it is, the finished set. And I am very impressed. And first of all, let me just get it out there. This build was, it's only 9+ age rating, but it was quite complex in a way. Because there's so many small parts used in here and all the plate stacking and how things go together in the end. For example, like just looking at here, like this top bit, it's all like hinged and everything. So you put it down and then it all slots in place and it just works. Like that is great. And even on the back, interestingly though, like I thought the jaw was a little flimsy when I was putting it together. It can kind of hinge up and down, but that's all you can get, open, close, So I'm going to have it in the open position. And the whole thing, if you take off this tile here, see if I can do it without breaking everything. So this tile locks it into the stand. And then it's just sitting on some jumpers. Let's see if I can, yeah, like that. So you can, if you really wanted to, you could just take the skull off and like sit that on your desk or something. And this works if you wanted to have it separate. But I guess, having like this also allows me to kind of look at some of the details. So the jaw, I was expecting it to be, I don't know, it's a skull, right? So it's not going to be completely solid in all areas as it should be like this, all with open cavities and things. And everything goes together. The most annoying thing for me was probably lining up all the teeth, but I didn't worry about getting them too perfect because I thought, well, this is a dinosaur skull, obviously, right? I doubt dinosaurs had perfectly straight teeth all the time, so I'm not too bothered about that. And when you do close the jaw, it does kind of clash a little bit, but they can kind of contact each other. But I'm not too worried about the parts, and I'll probably leave mine on the stand and have it with the mouth open displayed anyway. And I think the colour choices, tan and dark tan, work really well. Sure, they could have done like white, which they have done for some dinosaur fossils before. But I just think with the whole Jurassic Park vibe and the other colours here of the grey, the green, I think white would have looked a bit too clean, and this kind of has a more real feeling to it. And good news is, there are no horrible bright colours that you can see throughout this thing. Like you may have saw when I took the bags out, there was some bright blue in there, but you can't see them. They are in here. I mean, they didn't need to be, because these parts that were in that colour were also in all of these colours, but, you know, they all hidden anyway, so I'm not too bothered by that. The only unsightly colours maybe is this medium nougat on each side down here, and then the black. But I guess, you know, if this is a display piece, that could just be part of the structural integrity, you know, to keep the fossils together, as they do in, like, museums and things, for example. They use, like, metal brackets to keep things together. So let's move that out of the way and take a look at the rest of it with this kind of foot imprint into the stone here. Pretty good. Obviously, it's not in scale with the skull, but that doesn't bother me. It's a nice thing. Like, it really completes it, because if that wasn't here and we had just the skull on the stand, this wouldn't excite me as much. You know, the colours, they go well together. And then you got the little plaque, obviously, all these leaves and things. It's a little bit flimsy. That's because the thing is on hinges down here, so it does rest back slightly. But, you know, I mean, it's fine. Like, you put that down on a shelf on your desk, it's not going to go anywhere. Just be careful when you pick it up, I would say. Like, it's not going to snap apart because it's all locked in, but it just feels a little bit flimsy. But, you know, ultimately, it's a display piece for kids, but I think anyone of all ages, dinosaur fans, even people who aren't necessarily into Lego, would enjoy this, because another thing I noticed, this didn't feel like building a Lego set. Like, to me, it felt like a proper model making kit, which, I mean, I know obviously Lego is model making, but it just felt different in a strange sort of way, like, especially with the use of the smaller pieces, and there was no specialized pieces really used in this set. It just felt, I don't know, I felt like I was really achieving something by doing this. And the build for the footprint here, it's mostly flat, like it's all tiles and things on the bottom, then you add a few brackets, and then put these other bricks and slopes in to create that shape, and I think it does it perfectly. Like, it's pretty symmetrical if you look at it too closely, but it works, doesn't it? Like, you know exactly what that's supposed to be. And then round the back, sure, it doesn't look all that great, but you're not really going to be looking at this round the back. Although there is a nice little Easter egg with the mosquito down there. So that's pretty cool. And the leaves, I'm glad they used regular green and not bright green or lime green, for example. I think the colour palette here just works quite well. Obviously with a bit of brown to represent dirt. And then the sticker plaque, which was okay, actually. It's a large sticker on this 4x8 inverted tile piece. Sure, print would have been nice, but it's a good quality sticker, and I think I managed to apply it quite well, actually. I was pretty chuffed with that. I was like, oh, yes, don't want to mess up on that. And here are the spare parts. Nothing too special, just a few 1x1 things there. Pretty expected, really. But another thing here, it's quite heavy to it. It's got some weight to it. There's a lot of parts already packed in there. It feels like a solid build. Yeah, and it looks, I mean, obviously it doesn't look too good from the back down here, but the skull, you know, yeah, you can look at it from most angles, even from the front. It's like, oh yeah, that's obviously a T-Rex. You just know what it's trying to be. And another thing I noticed, which it might be insignificant to some people, but the size of the model is pretty much exactly the same as the size they've shown on the box. Sometimes, you know, they use their photo wizardry to make things look better on the box art, but it's almost a 1-to-1 scale, which you don't normally get on some things, so that's nice to see. Like, this is what you get, and I was expecting it to be a little bit smaller. I like the size. Sure, you could ask for it to be bigger, but I think ultimately it's a nice little piece. Doesn't it look good? I've just been sat here looking at it before I started filming this review thinking, yeah, I really do quite like this, actually. So let's talk about value. This retails for $34.99 in the UK, and that's how much I paid for it. I paid full price. Sure, I would have liked to get it on a discount or anything, but it's kind of got out of stock. It is very popular already, but I think £35, I'm happy paying that for this. I think it's a worthy display model. There are no play features. Sure, you can open up and close the mouth. You don't get any minifigures. Sure, maybe to have like a little minifigure with a plaque, like just one of the characters from the Jurassic franchise, you know, Alan Grant or John Hammond, or since this is Jurassic World, maybe you have another Owen Grady minifigure, because Lego love to give those out. But I'm glad not to have one in this set, because I've just got too many. But, you know, maybe that would inflate the price, and maybe that would change what this is trying to be, because it works. You know, you don't even have to own a single other Lego set, and you could have that, and it would look really good. But yeah, hopefully Lego will be doing more of these, and I wonder what other dinosaurs they'd make next. Obviously, the T-Rex is the most iconic, so I'm not really sure What else? I'm no dino expert. T-Rex is as far as my knowledge goes. Maybe a Velociraptor, but that might be a bit too similar to a T-Rex skull. You know, it could be interesting to see if they do a Triceratops skull. That would be fun, you know, or maybe like a flying dinosaur, like a pterodactyl or a pteranodon or something. So that would be interesting to see. But let me know in the comments, what dinosaur would you like to see them do next? And tell me what you think about this set. Is it worth the price? Is there anything you'd do differently? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you all in the next video where there'll be another LEGO review. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share with your friends. Bye for now.
Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out the other videos on this channel or on one of my other channels as well. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share with your friends.